Welcome back to Blue Friday, the second annual event. I got, is this Jess? Who's this?
That's right! Yeah!
Oh, it's too much.
Oh my!
It's too much. Welcome back, everybody.
Do you even torque?
It looks like you might.
Listen, we're torquing over here. Torquing today.
All right, get focused, dude.
All right, let's get focused. Hold on a second.
Oh my God.
Listen, man, we're trying to have a little fun here on Blue Friday, everybody. Welcome.
It's getting weird.
It's getting a little sketchy up in here. We have Jay with us today from Ecotech, AI, and NYOS. Welcome, Jay.
Oh, thank you, gentlemen. It's good to be here.
Is there somebody behind the plant?
Somebody in the bushes.
What is happening here?
So I hiked all the way up here from the west coast of Canada to be here for this event.
Wow, we have Devin with Reef Dudes
in the house.
Guest appearance.
So truth be told, I actually just flew around the air for endless hours until the plane almost ran out of gas. And we flew to Cleveland to get gas, and I missed my flight. So 12 hours later.
Oh, wow, and you made it for Blue Friday.
Yeah, risking life and limb.
Risking everything to be with us today.
Yep, do what I can.
Wow, wow. So everybody, they want to win something, right? So share and comment Torq Tornado.
Torq Tornado.
Torq Tornado. Make sure it's spelled correctly. Torq Tornado. I don't really care about the spelling.
Yeah,
but
what are they going to win?
they're going to win a Torq reactor.
Nice.
Nice.
So somebody.
Which size? Or they get their choice.
I guess you can pick which one they want to.
Wanna
do? Yeah.
Liter, 3/4 liter, or 2 liter.
Listen,
Your
so
choice. That's
we're
the
gonna.
base and the reactor.
Yes, we're going to dive into all of that. We do need to talk a little bit first about financing options, right, that are available for the NYOS products because they are 15% off.
Yes, today only. Well, for 24 hours, 15% off all NYOS skimmers and Torq reactors.
Yes. So if you're in the market for a protein skimmer, maybe you don't even know what a protein skimmer is, or maybe it's a reactor, and you're like, "What's a reactor? Why do I need one?" We're going to explain that to you guys. Split pay is available, 4 equal payments. So a $400 skimmer, just $100 down payment, and you're off and running.
Yep.
So definitely. So let's dive in to. Let's start with the Torq.
Alrighty.
So let's talk about this, Jay. So what is a reactor like this for? What is it designed for? Why would you need this?
So, keeping your water clean involves both physical and chemical filtration.
Okay.
And that's where a carbon or a phosphate remover type media is gonna help you.
Okay.
What a reactor does is it actually increases the surface area of that media and its effectiveness by putting it in a vessel and pumping water through it, as opposed to just letting it sit there and passively do its job.
Right. So instead of just putting it in a bag and just kind of letting it sit there, you're physically forcing the water through the product.
Yes. Right. And what makes the Torq reactor particularly cool is the fact that it contains all of this in a very easy to use and vertically integrated package so that it doesn't take up too much space in your sump.
Yes. Now, what I do love about this, guys, so there's a base unit, right? So you have to buy the base unit, and then there are interchangeable tops, I would call it, or like chambers.
Different sizes. There is a 3/4 or 0.75 liter chamber, a liter, and a 2 liter.
Okay.
And I believe it's on the 1 liter and the 2 liter, it actually comes with this separator so that you can run 2 types of media. Right now we have they doing that, but it's both carbon. So.
Okay, excellent. So I guess the other question is, so do people need an extra pump with this? So they buy this, are they needing tubing and a pump?
No, and that's another wonderful thing about the Torq reactor is it's just completely self-contained. So the motor is in the base is hollow, so it fills with water to make it stable, and then it simply circulates the water up and through.
So the water is literally cascading down the sides. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like almost overflowing, right? The unit,
No,
which keeps it all, but also provides a little surface agitation too, right?
it does, so it'll help in aeration. From the hobbyist perspective,
Yeah.
the big thing for me is in the past I've had kind of a pump driving a big reactor manifold, and you have all these tubes going over to run and stuff. So it's a bunch of extra clutter in your sub you don't need. The big thing why I originally got one of these, there's no pumps, like there's a built-in one, but you don't have all these tubes everywhere. And normally when you're hooking a reactor, you got to turn off your pump, close everything off, and hook all these connections. This, you just twist it, pop it off, you're done. So it's super convenient, and well, it's a lot sexier in your sump, so it's kind of win-win on that
It
aspect.
does look pretty cool.
Yeah, one of the things that I always really liked about it compared to the traditional reactor is, you know, the screws that tighten everything down. You don't have to take all the screws out. It's so much easier to swap out your media, so on and so forth. And it's just that self-contained part about it is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so easy to set up.
Yes. So, and now also this thing is there's different speeds, right, on this unit. So there actually is a little dots. I don't know if you can see them on the side. So you literally just turn the unit, and it'll speed it up or slow it down for the amount of flow and agitation that you want on the inside, right? So it depends on how much movement you want.
So that's your minimum setting, and then as you turn it this way,
Wow,
all
look
the
at that.
way,
Go up, tons of flow.
you can see that's
Tons of flow there.
fully open or maximum setting.
Wow.
And actually, that's a question we get about it, particularly when people first set these up. Is you can see there's actually the stream of water coming down is actually separated. As it breaks in, that will become a nice even column, and then you won't get these micro bubbles.
Gotcha.
So there is a little bit of a break-in period as you get up and running with a Torq, but after that it's quieter and you get a much more even flow.
Yes. So another thing that I like a lot about these units is that you can buy multiple chambers, right, and have them pre-done and ready to go. So I call it like a hot swap, right? So, you know, for maintenance purposes, you can easily just pull this off, throw a new one on, and you're
Done in
literally it's like
seconds.
seconds.
Yeah. The other kind
Second.
of nice thing with the interchangeable tops or cylinders, you buy one, you have the smaller one, you upgrade your tank, you just buy another larger chamber, right?
Right.
So you
The
don't have to
base
rebuy
is the
whole
same,
thing,
Base
which
is
is
the
nice.
same.
for every single one. So that's really important. And once again, guys, 15% off the Torq reactors today. Also share and comment the stream Torq Tornado. Somebody's going to win one of these free of charge. So can't go wrong there. But NYOS also, they make quality products. I mean, across the board, we love NYOS products. What you got over there is a quantum skimmer.
Yes,
So let's talk about that.
one of the quantum skimmers. So this one is the 160, which is what you would use up to about a 250 gallon tank. There's a smaller one, which is the 120, which is rated for up to about a 125 gallon tank. And then you have the 220, which goes up to a 500 gallon. And then there's the big boy, which is the 300, which is up to 1,000 gallons.
Monster. Wow.
They all function roughly the same. I mean, there's some small differences. Obviously, the pumps, as you get onto the bigger ones, I believe there's 2 pumps. Smaller ones, single pump, size of the cup, size of the neck is different. But they are all pretty similar in that they're extremely quick to set up, and they're very easy to dial in both at the macro level as you get started, then after it breaks in, to tune it up and really, you know, get it doing exactly what you want from a skimming perspective.
Yeah. So, you know, I know a lot of people, this is their first time seeing a piece of equipment like this, you know. So the protein skimmer there is on the left is what you would need if you had a saltwater aquarium, right? So
Yeah, it won't work on freshwater.
won't work on
Has to
freshwater,
be
right? It has to be a saltwater tank. Now it looks a little intimidating, but in reality, to put it together, it doesn't take a lot. I mean, it's just a couple bolts, install the pump.
Yeah, well, you put this one together earlier, right?
Yeah,
You baked this one earlier? How long did it take you to put it together?
Just minutes.
Really?
I mean, minutes. But also, you said the water level should be at a certain point.
Yeah, so just demystifying the thing real quick is what it's doing is your biological waste products in your tank are largely being biological proteins and whatnot, makes them sticky. And they stick to tiny air bubbles. So what's happening is it's very much like the spray in the ocean or the foam in the ocean where that churning action is getting the waste to stick to the bubbles. That in turn gets lifted up and it spills over, and then as it's out of your water column, it's no longer going to break down and feed algae or other things which you know, which would consume that nitrates and whatnot. So real simple principle. Again, as you say, it's a bit intimidating when you first learn about a protein skimmer and you see one in
Right.
action
Yeah.
because there's a lot going on. It seems like, like how do I
Yeah, it's
do
like a
this?
science
What do I do?
experiment.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's really not. It's just basically a motor pumping, pulling, sucking in air and water, and it's mixing that together, and then it's creating that sea foam, which is spilling over.
Right.
As a user, your main goal with this thing is just to get it tuned in so that the waste coming out is the right consistency in terms
Okay.
of thickness, depending on, well, I think you should speak to that,
All right.
actually.
Yeah.
Okay. So, quick hobbyist perspective.
Yeah.
Personally, I like to do a dry skim, so it's thicker. It gets a lot more of the junk out of your tank. So usually when I tune it, I'll set the bubbles to be right around this little clear area in the middle. And what that will do is it makes the bubbles work harder to get to the top of the cup, and that makes your skimming a lot drier, which means you empty it less, and you're removing a lot more thicker gunk from your tank. Now, other couple things I like about this one from the hobbyist perspective, all the titanium screws are identical. So it doesn't matter which screws. If you mix them up, you clean your skimmer, all go back in. So that's a really nice feature.
Yeah.
And the pump head is clear, so you can see inside. You can see there's something gets stuck in there, something gets jammed in the impeller. Another good one. The other thing is it is an AC pump. Before I got one, because I went from DC, I was worried about the noise level. It is amazingly quiet.
It is very quiet,
I'm
yeah.
shocked how quiet it is for an AC pump. Like, it's crazy.
A lot of people call it skimmate. I call it nog.
No,
Nog.
No.
just in time for Christmas.
It's good with tequila, right? Mix it up.
Skimmer nog.
Skimmer nog.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
So in terms of getting it actually dialed in, there's 3 ways to adjust it, starting with how high or low it is in your sump. So right here we have it actually set at pretty much where exactly it should be, which is about 6 to 8 inches, and as you can see, the water level is right on that cue. So what you have there is basically the right water height to accommodate the bubbles, and then you have two adjustments for water. One is a macro adjustment where you twist this whole tube, and then the other is a micro adjustment once it's started to get dialed in, so that's where you would use this. The whole purpose of adjusting that is to adjust the water level and foam height. Initially, you're going to get wetter skimmate once you put this in your tank, which means it's going to be spilling more over. So initially, you want it lower. As it gets dialed in and broken in, you're going to want to raise that water level and bubble level in there. The other control is your airflow, which is this little guy up here. Same deal. More air, obviously more bubbles. Less air, less bubbles. Again, lets you fine tune that amount of skimmate that's being produced and how. Real simple, seems really daunting initially, but then you just put it in, let it run for a while, let it get broken in, then you just tune it in, and after that you should be good to go.
Okay, 2 other good features thrown out there quickly. There's also a drain connection on the cup, so if you want to run to a waste reservoir, you can do that. And another one that I like is it's actually rated for CO2. So there's a little nipple on the bottom. You can hook it up, inject your CO2, and it's rated for it, so it's not going to break down the skimmer.
Sounds like advanced hobbyist stuff, though.
So-
It is.
That's an
Pro
advance.
tip if you're looking for one that's
Pro tip. So how does the cup come off of this? So what is, for normal maintenance, what are they having to do here? right?
Normal maintenance is just removing the cup.
Okay.
So
So that'll be full of like some junk in
Yeah,
there.
so you'd have gunk up in here.
Right, it smells
if we look at
delicious,
it
too,
does.
right?
It's
And then you just
it's great to
Drink
like
that,
pour. Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Yeah.
You just like that, right? Suck it down.
You can't throw it in the trash. You have to drink it.
yeah.
So typically that's what you're going to be cleaning most of the
Right.
time. Pour this out, maybe wipe it down in there. You can wipe down the interior depending on how thick it is, but yeah, then back
That's really
on.
it. So you don't really mess with the bottom part of it. It's just take the top off, dump it out, clean it real good, put it back on.
Depending on
Pretty
how
much,
much junk and whatnot you have floating around in your tank and running through, you may at some point, maybe on an annual basis, want to just break it down, clean that needle wheel.
Okay.
Because if the needle wheel starts to get clogged up with detritus or organic buildup, then it won't create bubbles quite as well.
Gotcha.
So that again is real easy. It's just four tabs at the bottom, like when you assemble it, you loosen those, pop
Everything
it off,
comes
and
off.
you have access to that.
Wow. So
Very,
yeah,
very
guys,
easy.
If you guys have any questions, comments, please post it here so we
So
can.
Dean, today only a lot of people are picking up tanks.
Yeah, a lot.
You got 15% off NYOS. They're built into our blueprints on the website.
That's correct.
So today, if you pick up one of these protein skimmers, you're going to save up to $120. So that's a huge savings on that.
Huge savings.
And if you're buying a saltwater tank, you're going to need it anyway. So today's the day to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the questions that came in was, can the reactor be used in fresh water?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
So it's not just a saltwater item.
Yeah.
So if you have a freshwater tank, you can use the Torq reactor. Probably just put some carbon in it or any kind of media that you wanted to fluidize. There should be no issues there.
I did have a couple of questions just real quick in regards to the promotion.
Yes.
They're asking, is it just for European customers? No, it is not. It's in the United States and Europe. So we have a European store. If you hop over to the Blue Friday page, there's a URL you can click there. So it is in the US and in Europe. So you can do that right on our website.
Yes. Also, guys, with every purchase today, I know we've mentioned it in a couple hours before, you get a free pass to the family reunion. So this $130 value weekend pass. Pretty much it's a gathering of all of us down in the Florida Keys. Kind of mini vacation, I would say.
Will we get to meet your family, Dean?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You'll meet everybody.
Dean Jr.
Oh, yes.
Deanette Jr.
Yes, my daughter. And then we will have speakers, workshops. We're going to have activities, right? Snorkeling. There's saltwater lagoon. The information's on our website here, as you can see. But we're going to have a cornhole tournament by the Reef Shine guys. They're going to be there. Waterbox Live. We're doing a Margaritaville Saturday night reception. Reef News Network is going to be there. He's going to be here in just a little bit. Raffle and silent auction all going towards...
That's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, Coral Restoration Foundation.
Yep.
So, and also every ticket gets you into the aquarium encounters as well, down in the Florida Keys. So it's all jam-packed. Pretty much you get it free today with anything that you buy at Waterbox today.
Bonus.
Wow.
So, super bonus. Listen, super bonus.
Nice.
15% off NYOS. Dude, come on. And then you split pay it, Jay.
Absolutely.
Payments of
Love split pay.
Or you 36-month finance that sucker.
less
Wow.
than $5 a month.
$5 a month.
$5 a month.
Yeah.
One
Wow.
Starbucks a month, and you got yourself
Listen.
something pretty.
It's all things are possible. So
Anything's possible here at Waterbox.
anything is possible.
We have a winner.
Winner.
Oh,
Ooh.
Are you gonna drum roll first? And then we're just gonna
we
announce.
should. Maybe we should drum roll. Yes, let's drum roll. Okay, everybody's ready. Drum roll. And the winner is. Well, after you watch this, though. Come on now, listen, guys. We gotta watch that. You can't get away that easy. Play the video. You're invited to the Waterbox Family Reunion, February 1st and 2nd at the Hawks Cay Resort in the Florida Keys. Gather with fellow hobbyists as you learn from industry professionals, attend workshops, listen to speakers, or play outdoors with the many available activities. Snorkel in the saltwater lagoon, swim with the dolphins, pet a manta ray, or just enjoy the tranquility of the Florida Keys. Come join the family of aquarium enthusiasts for this epic retreat. Room reservations are limited. For more information, please visit waterboxaquariums.com/the family reunion. All right, listen, we are back. It is now time for the winner. Drum roll, please.
Another commercial. No.
All right, and the actual winner is today Luis Aceves.
Aceves.
Luis Aceves,
All right.
Torq winner
It's from YouTube.
from YouTube.
YouTube.
So Luis from YouTube,
Congratulations. That's
you just
awesome.
won.
Congrats, Lewis.
So wow, so there's going to be tremendous, still lots of prizes to give away, guys. We're giving away a $1,000 gift card to Waterbox. You do have to go to the website, go to the Blue Friday section, just enter it there. That's the only way you can win the grand prize. But each stream, we're giving away something.
Yep. You got to
So-
tune in all day, and most importantly, I'm really looking forward to that last stream.
Oh,
We got a big surprise for you
big
guys. It's gonna be
surprise
a
on the
lot of
last
fun.
stream. It's going to be epic. The next stream at the top of the hour is going to be CJ is coming with us. He's going to show us some neat stuff. We're going to talk to Steve.
Lots of giveaways during that.
Lots of giveaways there. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into Blue Friday. The day is continuing. We're just getting started. Share, comment. We'll see you soon at the top of the hour.